Alright, so here's another game that I like to play sometimes. This is called Nioh. I first heard of this game when it was first coming out. I want to say, well, it says right there, 2017, 2016, I think. I saw a video that Gaijin Hunter had made of Nioh, and since I was already a big fan of his through his Monster Hunter stuff, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out, why not? And I ended up downloading the alpha on the PlayStation 4 store on really bad internet that I had just gotten at my mom's house, and it was very laggy because it required internet to play it, and just downloading it had taken forever. It was quite the conundrum, but we got through it. We did just fine. We're gonna do a new game, just mess around. I have not beaten this game. I'm going to skip the cutscene. Everybody plays Nioh for the story, of course. But I've not beaten this game. I've gotten pretty far in it. Usually, what keeps me from beating it is the loot system, the gear system. I feel like the game gets bogged down by that considerably. While I do like the addition of it, I just wish it was a bit streamlined a bit better. However, maybe I'm just not playing it efficiently in the way that I'm supposed to. But that's how it goes. Anyways, we're going to punch this wall. Because we're manly men. We're going to follow the voices in our head. I'm going to ignore this man because I do not have a weapon. If I'm not mistaken, there is a sword over here. Yay. We're going to equip it. It would seem that I have boots for some reason. That looks very stylish. Now, something interesting I find about this tutorial. Well, first, let me preface by saying that the alpha of Nioh started off on the first official level. This I would equate this more to a tutorial. But anyways, I found this interesting because this is not the alpha. I thought the alpha was the beginning of the game, period. And then I got the actual game proper, and I was like, oh, it isn't. Going to equip the medicine. Later on, we will only be using elixirs, but the medicine is what we use here since we are in London and not Japan. I'm going to try and grab every equipment we can here. None of this will matter once we get further on. We're looking very stylish, as you do in the Tower of London. Not too worried about this initial game. I think a mistake that happens a lot in these harder games like Nioh and Souls games and stuff like that is overestimating the abilities of your opponents, which, granted, a lot of enemies can definitely mess you up very easily, but the early game isn't too terribly hard as far as like base enemies. A lot of them you can just kind of run up to and hit them. You might take a hit or two, but you know, c'est la vie. Oh, I'm being jumped. Of course, I'm sitting over here. That's another cool thing I like. When you do the sheath animation right after taking out an enemy, you'll do a fancy little twirl with your selected weapon. Let's see, did I get anything else? If I get pants, I got pants, we're good. Alright, all is right with the world. I honestly have no idea what the story of this game is about, to be real with you. I do not know much about it. I know it takes place in Japan, or most of it does anyways. I know a lot of it is historically based, as Koei Tecmo likes to do their games. I played some other Koei Tecmo games. Like, I believe my first one was Token and Kiwami on the PS4, the PS4 release. Just got an axe there. Might use that a little bit. But I played Token and Kiwami, which was a Monster Hunter-like that released back in. The original Token was a portable game. I did not know when Token and Kiwami came out, but I played it for the first time in like 2015-ish. That was a fun game. I didn't like it as much as Monster Hunter, but it was still cool. You know, had some interesting things. But even that game, which played a lot of fast and loose with historical aspects, still had historical things in it. And this game is similar in a way. That is a very historical man we're looking at right there. That is exactly what happened back in feudal Japan. He had dark raven feathers. They also spoke English. Okay, that one's not really out of the normal. We are in London. Oh, cool, we got a hat. Sometimes I like to play games without the head armor showing. Sometimes I do, just kind of depends. One just strafed to the right of that guy. And wait for him to attack again. Dance on him a little bit. He goes again, and we got him. Now, something I didn't realize at the time when this first came out is that this is made by, it is Koei Tecmo, but I hadn't realized that Koei Tecmo had also made the Ninja Gaiden series, the old one and the new one. But I'm mainly referring to the 3D character action games. I am lost. And that is a series that I'm also trying to get through as well right now. I did not beat Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1. I'm so bad with the names. I did not beat it. I got very far into it, and I decided, all right, I'm just going to head on to Ninja Gaiden 2, because the pacing of the game was crazy, the platforming, the checkpoint system, I was just having a hard time with it. So I just skipped on ahead to Ninja Gaiden 2. And that one's pretty fun. Not the remake or the remaster that came out recently. I don't know which one it is. But I've been playing through Ninja Gaiden 2, and I've been enjoying that one. I like the kind of execution system. Taking out a wounded enemy. That one's pretty neat. Still haven't beaten that one. But, you know, it's the classic example of playing through a game and then just stopping when you lose interest. Playing something else and then never finishing it. This game has got great atmosphere. Very, very good atmosphere. Ooh. The voice acting is funny though. There's the infamous scene later on that we may get to, I'm not sure, with a cat being used as a clock. That man is having a very bad day down there. Just gonna keep moving. Something I think is really cool about this tutorial is that it does not introduce the stand system just yet, which may overwhelm new players as you start it. Got a nicer bastard sword there. There we go. Usually I like to stick to just using one weapon in these types of games. But you can see a lot of influences from Ninja Gaiden in this. You can see a lot of influences from Souls games, of course. That was the popular comparison at the time. Oh, he saw me. Take him out. Get that chest in a second. As for Souls games in general, I try to get into them if I can. I put over 100 hours into the Dark Souls 3 when it first came out. Granted, it was the only game I could play at the time that I had on me, being a teenager, trying to save up money for stuff, you know. Especially having trouble finding jobs, because with executive dysfunction, it can be very difficult to do stuff. Not that that's an excuse, it's more just yeah, that's why I am the way that I am. But we still try. Because why not? It'd be pretty boring not to. not sure if I want to fight these guys right now. I think I heard that was a crow that just caught, or might have been a baby. That was my first thought. The Souls games in general, so usually not the biggest fan of them. They're really cool, and they get a lot of love, and I'm glad that, because they deserve a lot of it. A lot of work and care, love and care goes into those games, and that's awesome. But a lot of them I just can't get into that much. Like, well, now I think about it, I do enjoy most of them. I guess I'm mainly referring to Elden Ring. Elden Ring was very popular when it first came out a couple years ago. And that's awesome. Again, really, really good game. A lot of love and care put into it. But it's that open world fatigue, perhaps, or just open world in general. I tend to enjoy a bit more linearity in my games. Not too much, but not too little. There's a happy little balance. Maybe that's just from me growing up playing classic RPGs. This guy's pretty cool. There's no keep hole system just yet. Oi! I'm trying to get away without healing. We're gonna play loose. Oh god, alright, we're good. Thank you, sir. I have put over 100 hours in Elden Ring, trying to get through it, because I just want to say I beat it, but it's just so big and there's so much to do, and trying to rush through the end just isn't ideal, especially in a hard game like that. But again, not a bad game, just not for me. I recently finally finished. Oh, here we go. We got to the boss fight. This is Derek. It's a very interesting name for a character. It's a cool little intro as far as bosses are. He gives that little fake out, and then he gets pumped full of demon juice. And at first, when I first played this game, oh gosh, Exhibit A, Souls game. At first, when I played this game, I thought that this was a fake out, like you're supposed to lose right there. And then I got back here, I was like, oh, never mind, it isn't. I need to try to remember how I get back over to that spot, because I was not really paying too much attention to the level design. But if I go up, I'm not too concerned with getting every pickup in this dungeon, especially because everything you get here is just thrown out. Oh, is this it? No, no, I've not been over here. Oh, nice. Very nice. No, I recently finally beat Dark Souls 1, which was quite a trip. Interesting, you have to do the single fight again. I'm not sure how it explains the death mechanic in this game lore-wise. I'm not sure if there is a explanation for it. I like to think there is. There you go. But yes, Dark Souls 1, fun game. Very interesting learning curve, linearity. No fast travel until you get late game, which is very interesting. Oh god! Much pain. Might be dead. Look, we're fine. Oh, the medicine does not heal you all the way, like I thought it would. Here we go. And we get the cutscene here. We'll watch this because it's pretty cool. William powers up. On my side here, I actually have a video of Maximilian Dude, who I talk about frequently, of course, because I enjoy his stuff a lot. Playing through this game as well, just so I can look over every now and then. That is Edward Kelly. Now, historically, I have no idea what's going on here, how they try to explain any of this. Of course, he's very loose. And there he goes. They're just going to ignore all the crazy magic stuff they saw. He gets shot here, I believe. He's fine. Water indeed cold. Let's see, I'm not sure how long I've been recording for. Let's see. 15 minutes. We can cut it there. 15 minutes for that. It was good. Cut that one.